They called him Mr. Love, a billionaire hitmaker who seemed untouchable. Today, Sean Diddy Combs paces a gray Manhattan courtroom, wrists bare of jewelry, future hanging by a single verdict. How did we get from champagne showers in Saint-Tropez to federal agents cataloging boxes of baby oil as evidence? Stick around, because the twists you're about to hear make the wildest Bad Boy remix sound tame. Back in the late 90s, Diddy was unstoppable, producing Biggie, inventing shiny suit rap, dancing all the way to a 9-figure empire. But behind every yacht party, insiders whispered about invitation-only freak-offs, coded NDAs, and sudden settlements. For years, those rumors floated like background bass, until one woman finally cranked the volume. But we'll get to her in a sec. November 2023, singer-model Cassie Ventura breaks a decade of silence, suing Diddy for brutal assaults and forced encounters with paid escorts. The suit settles in only 24 hours, a lightning-fast deal that screams, "What else is hiding?" Sure enough, the inbox at the Southern District of New York explodes. By Christmas, more than a dozen civil claims hit the docket, some reaching back to the early 2000s. The common thread? Power, drugs, and an alleged promise, "Do what I say, or your career disappears." Yet the biggest shock was still loading. March 25th, 2024, dawn. Helicopters hover over Diddy's Holmby Hills mansion. Homeland Security agents and HSY windbreakers swarm the property while CNN rolls live. Simultaneously, another team sweeps his Miami compound, boxing laptops, hard drives, and a black ledger said to list freak-off participants. Viewers gasped as federal vans rolled out, but prosecutors were just warming up, because 6 months later, cuffs would click shut. September 17th, 2024, Lower Manhattan. Sean Combs is arrested on 3 felony counts: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transporting people across state lines to engage in prostitution. Court papers describe a criminal enterprise run like a luxury label, assistants as foot soldiers, security as enforcers, private jets as traveling motels. Bail denied. The judge cites an offshore bank account and a history of globe-trotting. Overnight, the hashtag number Diddy indicted racks up 200 million views. But prosecutors weren't done stacking the deck. April 2025, only weeks before trial, the government drops a superseding indictment. 2 fresh counts accuse Combs of coercing victim 2, a male music producer, into a violent 2015 encounter and of trafficking his on-again ex between 2021 and 24. Defense lawyers howl trial by ambush, but the judge refuses to delay. The stakes now: 5 federal charges, each carrying up to 20 years, plus a RICO count that alone could equal life. And when the courtroom lights finally came on, the stories spilled like broken glass. May 12, 2025, jurors hear about love-bombing trips to Bora Bora that mutate into nights where Cassie, or Jane, is ordered to entertain male escorts while Diddy watches, filming everything. Prosecutors roll hidden camera footage, piles of narcotics, prepaid envelopes stuffed with non-disclosure cash, even a receipt for $100,000 allegedly paid to bury a hotel security video showing Diddy kicking Cassie in 2016. When Kid Cudi testifies his Porsche was firebombed after refusing a party invite, the gallery gasps. A charred door panel is wheeled in like Exhibit A from a mob movie. Defense attorneys insist every witness is chasing a payday, spinning wild tales to fit a government narrative. Jurors scribble notes. Still, the case wasn't all fireworks until the instructions fight. June 25, 2025. Hours of mind-numbing legalese suddenly ignite when the government tries to define a commercial SX act. Diddy's lead counsel Shapiro slams her fist. "You've staked this case on completed acts. Now you're moving the goalpost." Even the usually unflappable judge calls a 10-minute recess to cool tempers. In the end, some theories, arson and a 2014 kidnapping attempt, get trimmed from the jury worksheet, but the core charges stay. As one courtroom blogger quips, "The steak is still on the plate, they just scraped off the garnish." Next morning, prosecutors swing for the fences. June 26, 2025. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic faces the jury. Slide 1, a spider web connecting Diddy to foot soldiers, suppliers, and enforcers. "He doesn't take no for an answer," she begins, quoting an ex-assistant. 4 hours later, she's cataloged arson attempts, bribes, and hundreds of freak-offs fueled by a pharmacy of drugs. The punchline: one coerced act, just one, and the law says he's guilty. Defense fires back, framing the women as willing participants in edgy adult fantasies. They remind jurors that some kidnapping and arson theories were tossed. "Don't convict on gossip," attorney Jeffrey Lichtman pleads. Combs sits 2 feet behind, hands folded, scribbling post-it notes, eyes forward. By late afternoon, the courtroom air feels electric, because while lawyers spar inside, outside a caravan of black vans hands out free puff t-shirts, $20 an hour for anyone willing to wear one. Kanye West tweets support, calling allegations a Hollywood conspiracy. Meanwhile, Ciroc pauses its partnership, Hulu shelves a planned reality series, and at least 60 civil suits circle like sharks. Even Usher quietly deletes photos with his one-time mentor. And that's where the story sits. A jury about to decide whether one of music's richest moguls was simply living an extravagant lifestyle or running a criminal ring that treated people like off-the-books merchandise. If they return guilty, Combs could trade penthouses for prison greens. If they acquit, expect the loudest victory party hip-hop has ever seen and an army of civil lawyers waiting at the door. No matter the outcome, one truth is already exposed. In 2025, fame may buy you followers, but it can't drown out a courtroom microphone. Stay tuned. The verdict could drop any minute, and when it does, the entire industry will feel the aftershock.